Imagine this for a second. You step outside, it's a normal day, a beautiful blue sky, and then stuff starts falling from above. You hear a splat and look down and see meat, like actual chunks of raw red meat. Because in 1876 in Bath County, Kentucky, that's exactly what people said happened. Middle of the day, calm, until suddenly meat starts dropping out of the sky. At first it's small pieces, kind of trickling down, then more start falling, flakes, strips, chunks of flesh, just landing all over the place. And not like in one spot either, this was spread out over a fairly large area, and here's the part that really takes the strangeness of this to the next level. There wasn't a single cloud in the sky or anything above them that would explain it. No storm, no large swarm of birds, nothing. Just raw meat falling from the sky for several minutes. Long enough for people to walk outside, look up, and wonder what the heck is going on. And this is where it goes from strange to very paranormish. So people didn't just simply look around at the mysterious sky meat. They walked up to it, they picked it up, trying to figure out what it was, and yes, because this is the 1800s, someone tasted it. Yes, like actually picked it up and put it right into their mouth. Now, I don't know who made that decision, but they did. Like, I kind of get it, but still, that's just sick. And don't worry, it gets even weirder. Because when people tried to describe what it tasted like, no one could agree. Some said it tasted like lamb, others said deer, some thought it might be beef, which, how do they all taste the same thing and get completely different answers? Like, that almost makes it so much worse. Because now it's no longer just mystery meat that fell from the sky, it's now mystery meat from the sky that people are putting into their mouths and they can't rule out that it's not human. Yikes. And this is kind of where things start falling apart. Because no one can agree on anything about the situation. Not where it came from, not how it got there, not even what kind of meat it is. So, for the people standing there that day, this wasn't just absolutely freaking strange, it was something that didn't make sense at all. Just raw meat falling out of a clear sky. And if you're thinking, okay, that's just a weird old story, oh, you wish. What if I told you we have real proof of this event? In 2004, a preserved sample of that same meat kept in a vial of alcohol was rediscovered at Transylvania University. Which means this wasn't just people telling a story, something real was collected and saved, and it sat there for over 100 years. So, of course, they tried to test it. Modern DNA testing, finally we get an answer. Finally we get to know what kind of meat it was and where it came from. Case closed. Right? Unfortunately, that's not exactly what happened. Because that sample was so old, so broken down, and so decayed over time that the results came back inconclusive. So, no dice. Even with modern science, we can't identify it. So now you've got this situation where people saw raw meat fall from the heavens, people touched it, people even tasted it, which again, wild decision. And over 100 years later, we finally have the technology and the sample to crack this bad boy, and we still can't put this mystery to rest. Now, yeah, there are theories. Some people say vultures regurgitating food mid-flight, so the idea is maybe a group of them flew over and dropped what they had just eaten, and honestly, that's probably the closest explanation, but even then, it doesn't really explain everything. Like the amount, the timing, the fact that nobody reported seeing anything above them. It feels like it almost fits, but not quite. No matter how you look at it, on a completely clear day in Kentucky, flesh fell from the sky. Real enough to pick up, real enough to keep, and real enough to taste. Maybe it was something explainable. something natural, or maybe it's just one of those moments where reality doesn't quite behave the way that we expect it to. Either way, it happened, and we're still trying to figure it out. So, let me ask you, where do you think this sky meet came from? Heck, even if you have a theory that's completely out there, I'd love to hear it. And be honest, if you were there and you saw it all play out, would you be tempted to taste the sky steaks? I really hope it's not human. Like, I know the chances of that are extremely low, but so are meat steaks and chunks falling from the sky. Oof, I just can't shake that thought or that feeling. Ugh. Stay curious.